In this video, I'll be doing a review, setup and unboxing of the RØDE Wireless GO II, as well as comparisons between the original Go and the new GO II. Welcome to Ask William. When it comes to content creation, most people focus only on video quality and lighting, forgetting that audio is one of the most important factors in content creation. Most modern cameras have built-in microphones, but the audio quality is never broadcast quality, and most of the time the camera only captures the audio around its internal mic. To solve this problem, you will need to purchase either a directional cold shoe attachment mic, a shotgun mic, an overhead boom mic, or you'll have to mic up your talent individually. If you are a one-man crew interviewing more than one person at a time or vlogging from a distance, there is a solution to your problems. Introducing the RØDE Wireless GO II. The RØDE Wireless GO II is an ultra-compact dual-channel microphone system with two transmitters broadcasting to one receiver. You may ask yourself, why get a wireless GO II if you can get many other transmitters for a fraction of the price, including the RØDE Wireless GO version 1? Here is why you want to spend that little bit more and some key differences between the Go and the GO II. Now this video is broken up into chapters, so feel free to skip to the section that is most relevant to you. Some of the main features include a dual-channel wireless microphone system for recording two sound sources simultaneously, whereas the version 1 only had a single channel. The Series 2 has a 2.4 GHz digital transmission and a 128-bit encryption for crystal clear audio and reaches up to 200 meters or about 650 feet while maintaining line of sight, whereas the Go version 1 could only do 70 meters or about 250 feet. The Go Series 1 only had a 3.5mm TRS analog output, whereas the Go II has both the 3.5mm TRS as well as a USB-C and an iOS digital output, which gives it a universal compatibility with cameras, mobile devices and computers. The Go II has an onboard recording of over 40 hours of internal memory, whereas the Go 1 did not have any internal recording. You have the option to record each channel separately or combine them for the ultimate flexibility in post-production. The Go II has an added safety channel as a backup if your first audio signal was too loud or clipping. The old version had a 3-stage flexible gain control, whereas the Go II can expand to up to 10 stages. All the specs are available in the description below, as well as a link to where you can pick up a set for yourself. So, what sets this unit apart from the rest? It has a very small and light footprint, with each unit weighing in at less than 32 grams. They come pre-paired and is very easy to set up straight out of the box. Two wireless transmitters are included that work with one receiver, ideal for capturing two sources at once, as where the version 1 only came with one transmitter. These sources can be recorded separately in stereo or mixed together as a mono track. Each transmitter has a high-quality built-in omnidirectional condenser microphone that can be clipped directly onto your talent. Each transmitter also has a 3.5mm lavalier microphone input, where you can use the transmitter as a belt transmitter while the lavalier microphone is hidden under your shirt. Also included is a 3.5mm jack and a USB-C cable to record directly to your camera, laptop, phone or iPad, which was not included in the first version. To me, the biggest plus is that each receiver has an internal backup which is available if something went wrong during a take. Each device records up to 40 minutes internally, yet another feature that is only available on the second version. With an exception of the DJI mic, out of all the units I looked at, this one has the longest range with a line of sight of up to 200 meters because of its 2.4 GHz digital transmission. On the original Go, you only had the mic input level on the display screen, whereas on the Go II it includes the mic levels as well as the output level going to your camera. The built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery gives you up to 7 hours of battery life, where the version 1 only gave you 5 hours. A big improvement from the Wireless Go are the twist and lock furry windshields to prevent you from losing them. RØDE also gives you 3 of them, so if you lose one, you will always have a spare. As an established brand name, RØDE features a ton of compatible accessories, including additional cold shoe mounts for attaching more than one to your camera, the MagClip Go that's a magnetic strip for hiding the Go II under your clothing. Color 2 gives you customizable colors for your windshields, transmitters and lavalier mics. And lastly, my favorite, the Interview Go, a handheld adapter that converts your Wireless Go into a handheld wireless microphone. The new Go II comes with the RØDE Central Controller app that allows you to update or configure your system unlock advanced features, and export recordings. The Go version 1 did not come with Rode Central. You can use Rode Central with macOS, Windows 10, iOS, and Android. Another great piece of free software is Rode Connect. Rode Connect is a podcasting and streaming software solution for both PC and Mac. With this app, you can record 4 physical guests using 2 wireless Go IIs. In the box you get 1 receiver, 2 transmitters, 3 fuzzy windscreens, 3 USB to USB-C cables, 1 3.5mm TRS cable, a carry pouch, the user manual, and a silicone gel pack. Now let's look at the receiver layout. On the receiver's LED screen, you will see transmitter 1 and 2 signal strength, a gain control setting that indicates how much volume is coming out of your receiver, and the battery life of all your devices. On the top you have the on-off power button indicated by the Rode symbol. On the left side there is a USB-C port and a 3.5mm TRS connection. On the bottom you have the gain control button doubling as a mute button, and the pair button doubling as the channel selection button. On the back you have a clip that also doubles as a cold shoe mount for your camera. Now let's look at the transmitter layout. On the front there are 2 lights. The left one is your connectivity indicator and the right one is your battery. On the top in the middle is your microphone. The 2 front lights are extended as well as a TRX connector for external microphones. On the left side is a USB-C port for charging and connecting to a computer. The 3400 mAh battery takes about 2 hours to charge. And again on the bottom indicated by the Rode logo is the power button. Let's get to the basic setup without using the Rode Central app. If you are filming in a windy location, be sure to attach the included windscreens. Line the 2 dots of the windscreen up with the 2 dots on the transmitter and do a clockwise half turn to lock it in place. To remove it, do a counterclockwise half turn and then pull it off. If there is no wind and no friction, you can record without these windshields. Time to turn on the system. Press and hold the power button at the bottom of the transmitter and receiver until the devices power up. As soon as the devices are powered up, you will see the blue lights on the transmitters turn on, and on the receiver, the LED screen will turn on. If any sound is present, the meters on the receiver will be active. To turn the system off, press and hold the power buttons again until the lights are off. Out of the box, your Go II system is automatically paired. To reconnect or disconnect your devices, follow these steps. To disconnect the transmitter from the receiver, click the 1-2 channel selection button on the bottom of the receiver. On your LED screen, there will now be a box around one of the microphones. Click the channel selection button again to switch mics. Once you have selected the mic you want to disconnect, hold the channel selection for 3 seconds and that transmitter will be disconnected from the receiver. To reconnect, repeat the same steps. Select, press and hold for 3 seconds. This will put your receiver back into pairing mode. On your transmitter, press the power button once and your devices will automatically reconnect. Now let's talk about external connections. Connection to a camera. Use the included 3.5mm TRS cable and connect the one side to the output of your receiver and the other to the input of your camera. Connecting to a computer or phone. Use one of the USB-C cables supplied. Plug one side into the USB-C port on your receiver and the other into your computer's USB port. Now that the USB-C cable is sending audio to your computer, you can use the TRX connection on your receiver and monitor your audio with headphones. Exactly the same principle applies when connecting to your phone. Just bear in mind that the phone connection cables are not included. Here are the different recording modes. Gain control is the level of the signal being sent to your camera. To set up 3-stage gain control, click the gain button at the bottom and it'll throttle between 0, -12 and -40 dB, with 0 being the loudest. If you want to activate 10-step gain control, you will have to do it via the Rode Central app on your computer. The default setting out of the box is split recording. This means that one transmitter is recording to channel 1 and the other to channel 2. This allows for stereo recording on 2 separate audio tracks, one on the left and one on the right. Split recording is very useful in post-production, where you will have 2 separate channels available for editing. Activate merge recording by holding down the 2 buttons at the bottom at the same time for 3 seconds. This will change your signal from split to merged. This is handy when using only one transmitter at a time, or if you want both transmitters to be merged into a mono signal, saving you time in post. If your audio is going to be fluctuating a lot, you can activate the safety channel feature. The safety channel basically records the same channel twice, but at different volumes. This is how you mute a signal. Use either the receiver or the transmitter to do this. On the receiver, select the channel you want to mute by pressing the channel selection button. Now press the mute button on the bottom left. You should now see a muted microphone icon next to the channel number, and the audio bar will also not be active. To turn it back on, select your channel again and tap the mute button. On your transmitter, single press the power button to mute your device. The only way you'll know if your mute was successful is to look at the receiver for the mute icon. Here is how you can save some power. In the middle of the 3 battery icons on the screen is your receiver battery. To save power, you can place the unit into power saving mode once you're all set up. The little sun icon next to the battery icon will tell you if power saving mode is on or off. Click the power button once until the edges of the sun icon disappears. After 10 seconds, the screen will dim. To exit power saving mode, just click the power button again. When using an accessory like the Interview Go, you might find that the signal is coming in too hot because of what is called the proximity effect. This may come into play when the mic is a lot closer to the sound source than usual. Solve this by lowering the sensitivity on your microphone. On your receiver, select your channel with the channel selector button. Hold the mute button for 3 seconds until you see a blue triangle appear next to your channel number. To turn low sensitivity off, select the channel again and hold the mute button for 3 seconds till you see the blue triangle disappear. When muted, the mute icon will override the low sensitivity icon, but will not turn off the low sensitivity mode. When your battery level starts getting low, the blue light at the top will start flashing. The faster the light flashes, the closer you are to depletion. On your receiver, the battery icon will go from green to amber and eventually to red. RØDE Central is an easy-to-use desktop and mobile companion app for the Wireless Go II that allows you to configure your device settings anywhere, unlock advanced features, optimize and export recordings, as well as update your firmware. Please note that some RØDE Wireless GO II settings can only be adjusted in the app. Link to the download is in the description below. Open the app on your Mac, mobile or PC. You will be prompted with Connect a RØDE device. Connect your receiver via a USB cable. Note that you do not have to turn on the device for this to work. Once plugged in, RØDE Central should automatically detect your device. Both your transmitters and your receiver can be plugged in at the same time. In the app, it'll show all your devices on the screen. On the top left-hand corner, you will see your device, firmware, and battery indicator. On the right is your settings window. The backlight setting is the same as power save mode. Here you can turn it on or off. The gain mode setting gives you the ability to switch from 3-step gain to 10-step gain. Coarse mode has 3-step gain control, while fine mode has 10-step gain control. The gain mode is directly linked to the gain icon next to it. 3-step gain will only display a volume icon, while 10-step gain will give you specific decibel settings between 0 and -30. The next button selects split or merge mode. Note that the safety channel icon will only be available in merged mode. If you're not too worried about the backlight button, you can change the functionality of the power button from backlit to marker. Markers are very useful to find a specific point in a backup recording. Under your setting icons is your battery icon with the percentage of available power. Next to the clock, it'll display the current day, month, date, year, and time. When traveling outside your current time zone, you can select the current time by hitting the refresh button. If your firmware is not up to date, there will be a button to update it. To switch between devices, click on Other Device Connected at the bottom left of your screen. Underneath your device are your backup recordings. If you want to enter the transmitter settings, you will have to click on the gear icon next to the battery indicator. Under the record icon, you will find your backup recording mode. Always will record whenever you turn on your transmitter while backup will record whenever your receiver is connected to your transmitter. In off mode, no backup will be recorded. The pad feature turns the low sensitivity mode on or off. If you find that your LED lights on the side of your device are too bright, you can dim them under the LEDs function. If you are paranoid that your talent is going to accidentally mute their transmitter, you can avoid that by setting the Rode button from mute to none, or change it to marker to mark key moments in your audio. This function was not available on the Go version 1. And again, the battery icon will show you the percentage of battery life available. Next to record, you can set your audio quality between broadcast and standard. When you are in always mode, your only option will be uncompressed broadcast quality audio, which will give you 7 hours of uncompressed audio. In backup mode, you'll have the choice between standard and broadcast quality. Standard mode compresses the audio and will give you up to 40 hours of compressed audio. If you want your device to stop recording, just turn off the receiver. Underneath, you will have an indication of how many hours you can still record in the mode you are in based on the space available on your device. To format your internal storage, click the trash icon on the right and all your audio will be deleted. Remember to erase all your recordings before going on a shoot, because this can only be done through Rode Central. Set your clock to your time zone and update firmware if needed. Select your backup recording from the list and press play, pause or skip to listen to it. The skip button also shows you where to find any markers you might have placed in your recording. When your backup recording is turned on and your receiver has an audio dropout during a recording, an automatic marker will be set and you can see the audio dropouts without listening to the audio file. Once you have found the file you want to export, click the export button at the corner. This will bring up a dialog box where you can change the file name and the audio type. Now here are some of the downsides I found with the Go II. Although it has a very small footprint, the block style design clipped to your shirt can be very distracting. And once you add the dead cat to the mix, this can ruin your shot. At the time of making this video, the Go II was only available in black, as where the Go I was available in white. This is a big problem for wedding photographers who will find it more difficult to conceal the device under lighter clothing. There are no swappable batteries, so if you use up the 7-hour recording time, you will have to wait for the unit to recharge or have another pair of Go IIs on standby. Note that if you have a power bank, you can keep on using the system, but this will make a wireless system a wired system again. Unlike the DJI mic that comes with a rechargeable case, you will have to get a power source to recharge your units. The LED screen is very hard to read in bright outside conditions. When exporting backup recordings, you'll have to do it file by file, and you have to do it through the Rode Central app. While on most other recording devices, you can just plug it into a USB port and it'll pop up as a hard drive on your computer. There is no way of formatting your devices without the Rode Central app. Once your internal memory is full, older audio files will be overwritten with new ones. It takes 3 USB cables to charge this set. An included 3-in-1 USB cable would have been a nice touch. Again, comparing it to the DJI mic, the Go II receiver control meters are at the top of the unit, which gets trickier when shooting in front or behind the camera. Even though the Go II is about $100 more than the first version, it is still very reasonably priced, seeing that you're getting an extra transmitter. But if you want the lavalier mic, the Interview Go, the mag clip and colors too, the accessories will cost you almost as much as the complete unit. My final impressions of the RØDE Wireless GO II is that you will not find a dual transmission device with all the functionality and accessories at this price bracket. For me personally, the backup recording was the deal breaker, and for the higher price, you do buy peace of mind. Just remember to switch it on. Like always, if you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comments below. From me, William, I'll see you in the next one.